Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your January monthly reading. Happy New Year's to everybody. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. We're going to start with your current energy, and then we're going to look at the month of January, week by week, all the way up to the end of January. Remember that this is predictive as we're going into the current or the future of January. So, if it's not happening now, write it down because it could happen in the next few weeks. All right, Spirit, can you give me the energy of Gemini? What would you like Gemini to know for January? All right, Gemini, you are starting out with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. All right, and it is crossed by the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So you've experienced a loss. You've cut someone out, or maybe you feel like they cut you out. I do feel like you're kind of upside down in your energy a little bit. You could be having some financial issues as well. But that makes sense. Money could be a little tighter because of the holiday season. But it does indicate to me that there is a little bit of instability in your emotions as well as in your finances, possibly your stability as a whole. All right, so let me see what happened in the past. The Emperor in the reverse. There was a situation perhaps that you did not take control of. You may have been a bit over controlling in the situation in order to try to bring it under control, but ultimately it was a situation that spun out of control. So let me see why all this is happening. Now these are more current energies. Okay, so the Four of Wands, you're gaining your stability. It's all happening because there is going to be a reason here for celebration. This is stability coming in after a period where there's been loss, where things were out of control. So let me see what's on your mind. The Ace of Pentacles. Well, a lot of you got money on the mind, but this is also, Ace of Pentacles is stability coming into your life. So this is really good. You're focusing on your stability. You're focusing on your finances. And I do feel like there's a new beginning here that is happening for you that's going to be very stable. You're coming out of a period where there's been a lot of instability. So I like this for you. There will be reason to celebrate. Let me see what's coming in January. Yeah, this is good. This is good energy. The Wisest, a commitment. Yeah, there's changes that are happening here for you, and it's bringing in somehow a lot of stability. Show me how Gemini is showing up in this reading. All right, so you're showing up as Judgment in the reverse. Is there somebody you're trying to reunite with? And I feel like it's been I feel like you've been thinking about this person a lot. You've been thinking about this situation. For some of you, it's financial. Whatever this is, it has just plagued you. It has been something you have been thinking about. And I do feel like for some of you, it's a relationship. A relationship that spun out of control. You experienced a loss. I see an ending here, possibly even in a marriage or a long-term connection. But now there's stability coming back in. You're wanting a reconciliation, but you want it to be stable. Let me see the energy coming towards Gemini. I'm feeling kind of excited for you guys. All right, so the energy coming towards you is the Magician. It's Gemini energy, so you could be involved with another Gemini, but this is the energy of something that didn't develop properly. And this is big. Whatever this is big, but it didn't develop properly. Spirit's advice, you have the Five of Pentacles. So in Spirit's advice, there's going to be energy or advice regarding rejection, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you're on the outside looking in. So there's going to be advice regarding that. So let me see your outcome. All right, the Eight of Cups in the reverse. That's a return. That's a return. So yeah, I like that for you. Now, if this is financial, if that's where your focus is going right now, Spirit's going to advise you regarding some sort of a loss that you've had as well. But just know that stability is coming back in, whether this is emotional, financial, or both. So at the bottom of the deck is the Devil. Now, this is underlying energy. And it does indicate to me that you have a very powerful attraction towards someone, but it almost just eats you up. It's just so, you're so drawn to someone or a situation that it just eats you up. And there could be some toxic energy with this. Now, it could be that you're dealing with a Capricorn as well, but there's just this energy of this being all consuming. So let's clarify your reading, Gemini. Spirit, why is the Queen of, okay, Page of Cups. So you may have had somebody new. Is this an apology? It could be an apology. It could be reaching out, like an olive branch. This is in your, yeah, this is you reaching out. It looks almost like, Gemini, you're reaching out to somebody, forming an olive branch, but it's going to become an offer of love. And this is somebody from your past. I keep getting this energy of you reaching out to someone from the past, or possibly they're reaching out to you. But whatever this is, it will start very small and it will definitely grow. Let me see, show me the past. Why is this Emperor in reverse? The King of Cups, yeah. All these cups energy, this is somebody you love a lot. So either they're going to be reaching out to you and making a return, or you're reaching out to them. Regardless, it's going to grow. Show me why this Four of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, you had an ending with this person. You had an ending, and I feel like it was a pretty huge thing to kind of throw you into this tailspin. But I'm seeing that there's a reason here for celebration. Let me see, why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is your divine partner, Gemini. This is your divine partner. This is somebody you love so much. And the good news is that you have the Ace of Pentacles and you have the King and the Queen of Cups in the upright. That's a stable new beginning with somebody that you are highly focused on, that you feel is your significant other, someone that you had an ending with. You want a new beginning. Let's look at January. Show me January for Aries. Maybe somebody's dealing with an Aries. I don't even know where that came from. Show me January for Gemini. Show me January for Gemini. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, we have the King of Swords. We have the World. We have the Two of Wands. Ten of Cups. The Star card in reverse. There's that Magician in the reverse. Now that's the energy coming towards you. We have Justice in reverse. We have the Death card. And we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. All right, so Gemini, I do feel like going into January, somebody could be giving you some advice or some counsel. I do feel like there's changes, and those changes are with regard to commitment. Whoever this is that you've been thinking about, that you feel is your divine partner. Now, I see you stepping into your power, whereas before you were feeling kind of rejected, or, you know, like feeling left out in the cold. maybe even a little angry. I see you stepping into your power in the first week of January. There's a sense here of closing out a cycle, making new plans. And you're choosing somebody. You're choosing somebody that you had an ending with at some point. So in the first week, you definitely are feeling powerful. You're stepping into the power. You're closing out a cycle of endings, and you're moving towards some sort of new beginning, and it's making you very happy. In the second week of January, I see you making plans, possibly to travel. Whatever it is, you're very happy about it, but your emotions are a little bit up and down. So you're choosing somebody that you view as your happiness, and you're doing it in a very like excited way. But by the middle of the month, middle of January, there's something here that's not forming. Now, this person that's coming towards you, I do feel like they're happy to be with you. They're happy to, be talking with you. But it could be that it's their emotions that are up and down. Somebody here is in an emotional state. There's a sense here of wondering if things are going to be equal and balanced between the two of you, especially with regard to feelings and emotions. There's some sort of a healing that is being held up in the third week of January. It's being held up because somebody is feeling like there's a lack of justice, that there's like it's not balanced out. So this person could be kind of throwing on the brakes a little bit. I am seeing in the fourth week, there is either a transformation or an ending, but it's going to bring you a lot of clarity regardless. Now, if it's an ending, you might be feeling like this person didn't treat you right, that they didn't allow this to move forward because of some sort of injustice, or that they perhaps were not trying to transform the connection. Regardless, by the end of the month, there's going to be a lot of clarity in your energy. So let me see your energy. We have Judgment. Show me Gemini's energy. All right, so we have the 7 of Coins reversed. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the 3 of Coins. So in your energy, I do see you focusing on some sort of a reconciliation here. It's been on your mind, but this is a connection you haven't been investing in. You haven't been investing in it because you may be feeling like there's just so many problems associated with it. I'm hearing that at some point you were ready to pull your hair out. There are a lot of problems in association with this connection. Some of those problems have to do with a lack of trust, a feeling wounded, feeling like, these problems have been here for a long time. You're tired of dealing with them. And some of you may be feeling like either someone broke a contract or that there's just a lack of stability that's present. And so I do see you kind of wanting the reconciliation, but holding back with regard to actually investing in it. And it's because of a lack of trust. It's because of all the problems. Now, what you also need to be aware of, though, Gemini, is that you've grown a lot. Even though there were a lot of problems here, you've grown a lot from this situation, this connection. Let's see the energy coming towards you. Show me the energy coming towards Gemini. All right, so we have the 8 of Wands reversed. We have the 4 of Cups reversed. And we have the 5 of Cups reversed. So this person that's coming towards you, this is this connection that did not quite manifest correctly. I do feel like this person may have blocked you at some point. There could have been a lack of communication. I'm also seeing that this person is looking back at the past and realizing that there is love here. there's a lot of love here. So this person, when they blocked you, tried not to think about you. They were trying to kind of put you out of their mind, out of their head, and move forward. I do feel like the more they tried not to think about you, the more they thought about you. So they also went through a period where there was a lot of depression, where there was a lot of, feeling unhappy. And now they're coming out of that. And as they're coming out of that, they're beginning to recognize that there is a possibility for love in this connection. So this is definitely somebody from the past that's in your energy who is realizing that there is love here, that there's a lot of potential here in this connection, and that they may have actually been blocking that. Let me look at Spirit's advice. Show me Spirit's advice for Gemini. It's too many cards. Let me try that again. Show me Spirit's advice for Gemini. All right, so we have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the 10 of Wands reversed. And we have the King of Wands reversed. All right, so in Spirit's advice, Spirit is saying when this connection ended, it was like you felt very, very drained. You felt like, a lack of passion in your life. There's a sense of feeling rejected, feeling like this person didn't want you. These problems are going to resolve. There's a sense of you feeling like you were on the outside looking in, that perhaps this person was even with someone else. And you felt like you were on the outside looking in, and this deeply affected you. So what Spirit is saying is that it's time now for you to pour that love back into yourself, so you get your passion back in life, that it's time for you to take action to resolve these problems. But these problems did not originate just in this connection. That in fact these problems originated within you, and that it's a lack of self-love here that is leading to these feelings, and that these are the things that need to be examined, need to be resolved. Okay, so let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. Show me the outcome. Show me the outcome for Gemini, please. All right. All right, we have the 5 of Swords. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the Hermit. All right. So in your outcome, I feel like you're going to be pulling back. I'm seeing that there is going to be some sort of a conflict with this person. This person is going to be feeling like that it's not equal, it's not balanced, or you are. So I do feel like there's conflicts from the past that still have not been resolved that are going to come back up. Be careful that you are not in your pride or any state of arrogance here. Because I feel like with the Knight of Cups here in reverse, there's a sense here of you feeling unloved. Again, Spirit is saying this originates from within. There's a need here to pour love into yourself. I do see that there is going to be some kind of an altercation between you and this person. I also feel like you're going to be pulling back. You're going to be going within. You're going to be searching for answers, but you're likely to kind of cut off communication again for at least a time being. This person is going to go into a state of anxiety, where there's a loss of sleep, worrying, thinking about this. Did I say the wrong things? Did I do the wrong things? I see you kind of moving within and really trying to examine what exactly took place here. Now, is it over? I don't know that it's over. It could be in a state of transformation, but there's definitely something that's going to occur, likely within possibly the 3rd week, but definitely towards the 4th week of January, that's going to cause you to kind of pull back. There's still lessons, though, that are being learned. And so it could just be a pullback. Remember, there is still some toxic energy that is present here. And that is going to have to be addressed. It's going to have to be looked at, and it's going to have to be acknowledged. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and that is underlying energy. It indicates that you're letting your guard down with this person. It also indicates that you're releasing this toxic energy. So that is positive. There's an energy within this connection, Gemini, that is just all-consuming, and it's not coming from a healthy place. So this is what you're being asked to look at. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card, pulling for Gemini. All right, so you have number 18. It says to dance with joy. So give me a second and I will read that for you. All right, it says, you are not alone, beautiful soul, although you have felt alone so many times. When this card comes to you, you know that there will soon be others who will join you, and together there will be festivities and creation, rituals that are joyous, and a sense of no longer being alone in a world where you once felt disowned. You move, and as you move, the world notices you. Your energy draws others closer to you, and they join you, attracted by the energy you radiate as you dance the truth of your existence. It is no one else's dance, and there are no laws to it, except that every step is a part of a story, and you are sharing with others, finally, more of who you are. There will be times when you are celebrated, when people remember what is important to you, when gifts are offered, and when friendship's hand is extended towards you. These are all coming towards you now, and all you need to do is allow yourself finally to be who you are amongst others. In this way, the people of your own soul tribe can find you, for they too have taken refuge in the forest of the kitsune, and they are delighted that you thought to hide there as well. And within the honesty of revealing our soul's truth, others can know us, and what was once too raw to share becomes simply the most beautiful vulnerability. The truthful, simple kind, without drama, that allows others to see their kinship in you. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, Happy New Year. Know that you are loved, and namaste.